Auburn Blitz is now on the air. Your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
Hello again, everyone, and good, what is today, Jim?
Tuesday, that's right.
It seems a little odd, doesn't it? Welcome into this edition of the Auburn Blitz. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. I am Andy Graham alongside Jim Hardy. We'll be with you for the next hour, taking your comments, taking your phone calls, talking about everything going on in the world of Auburn athletics. Good to be back on the show today after my
vacation.
Absence. After my vacation, I want to thank you and JJ for hanging down and holding the fort. Man, it was y'all did a great job.
Well, it's not easy to fill in for celebrities, so we just do what we can.
Hey, man, we all do what we can.
Well, tell us, since you've been gone, you've got to watch a lot of basketball. Give us your thoughts on Kentucky. How'd you think that went?
Boy. Man, that's a great place to start. A lot to talk about today, and we'll get to as much as we can. But I just thinking back over the weekend, it doesn't get a lot better than that.
No.
For an Auburn fan, if you're wearing orange and blue this past weekend, I mean, just the fact, and you can't make this kind of stuff up.
No.
I mean, you go to. You not only are the number one team in the country, you not only are the number one team in the country and have a chance to win the SEC before the regular season ends. Mm-hmm. You not only are the number one team in the country and have a chance to win the Southeastern Conference, but you're doing it at Kentucky on the road in a place you haven't won since 1988. You're not only the number one team in the country and have a chance to win the SEC championship and do it at Rupp, but it's in a year that the SEC is, by most accounts, the best conference in the history of college basketball. You not only have all that, but it ends up with Alabama getting a dagger in Tennessee and getting their heart broken. And you not only have all that happen, you have ESPN completely crap out and you don't even get to see the second half. You can't make that up.
No, it's kind of like some of the football games when we've had gymnastic facilities catch on fire. Auburn's the only place that all this kind of stuff goes on.
The Braves Stadium caught on fire one time in 1993.
But we've had a trimmer during one of our ball games, a football game.
You've had a barn burn in the background.
Yep, that's correct.
Had
the lights go out one night in a basketball
Not
game.
LSU, but against LSU.
Wasn't that Alabama the lights went out in basketball?
Was it?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, last year I believe. Yeah. Now they've caught stuff on fire. So I agree with you 1,000%. This team is writing a story that could be talked about forever. That would be, outside of me asking you about the Kentucky thoughts of it, that would be my next question does this team, if they finish it out the regular season, are they the best team that's ever played in Southeastern Conference?
Not
counting March, just counting what you've done in the regular season. Are they the best? Because I was looking up the other night, there was a team from Kentucky that went undefeated during the regular season. I think they made it to like the Final Four and lost.
Yeah.
But they were playing in something, what you just alluded to. They were playing in a group of teams that weren't that good. They were beating up on, like Duke is beating up on the ACC. There's no ranked teams in there. Auburn is beating quad one wins every night and doing it by 12 and 15 and 20.
It's hard to compare. I mean, statistically, you could say, and just by the eye test, that this is the most competitive and the deepest, conference that I've seen in my lifetime. And so, I'm going to consider them the best. Like I said, I wrote a column this week, and I said, look, it's getting to be a habit that Auburn's raising banners in Neville Arena. This is the third outright championship, and the second. And they've also got a couple of SEC tournament titles to go along with that, but this one's going to be a little special.
Oh no!
Yeah. I mean, the 25-year. You're going to look up at that banner and go, man, that was the year.
Right.
I mean, that was. You remember that year?
When
there were, when 12 teams made the NCAA tournament, and you won that one outright. So that's back some of our days. We used to look up and think, boy, this Cliff Ellis team with Porter and Robinson and all them were something to talk about, and this group's just wiped them off the map. Yeah.
I mean, this group is throwing down.
Now that one was pretty special too,
right?
Just because it was surrounded by a couple of years that weren't very good,
right?
But this one, I mean, what Bruce Pearl's built, we keep talking about it, and I keep being amazed by it. And I guess one day I'm not going to be, or maybe one day I'm just going to look back and go, man, what an incredible run that was.
I think that's definitely what Auburn fans have got to do now is enjoy the moment, because it's not going to come around all the time. I mean, How many times do you have, out of all these people we got on the team, there's 7 or 8 of them that are above 24 years of age. You got experience, you got the talent, you got it all here in one time. Even if you go out and replace this squad, which some of them sound like they're coming back next year.
Could be.
You go out in the portal and get a couple of older guys. You're never going to put this group of guys to get together ever again. So you need to enjoy every ball game.
It's it's interesting, and I saw somebody talking about. I think they were talking about St. John's, but you're seeing more and more teams. I just noticed kind of putting together, looking at Texas A&M, who Auburn plays obviously tonight. Mm-hmm. You're seeing more and more of these teams with a lot of older guys on them.
Oh yeah.
Used to, it went through a stretch. College basketball went through a stretch where you would see, a lot of young guys, and Kentucky was kind of that model. Duke was kind of that model where they brought in, 2 or 3 of these fabulous freshmen, and of course, you can go all the way back to the, early '90s with the Fab Five, at Michigan, but you bring out all these young guys, they're there for a year, or maybe 1 or 2 of them are there for a year, and then, a couple of them are there for 2 years, and they go to the NBA. And you saw that model, and that was kind of the, that was the way it was. And it started to be in the 90s and through the 2000s, and now we're starting to see that changed a little bit, and you start with the advent of the transfer portal.
Sure.
But look at Auburn. Like we keep talking about how many seniors are on this team, the age of this team that you've detailed so much. But you look at Texas A&M. They've got let's see, 1, 2, 3. They've got 4 graduate transfers. Mm-hmm. 4. And not to mention a couple of seniors and juniors that you throw in there with that.
But based off of what they're doing with their season, playing the same teams that Auburn's played, that should show people even more how good Bruce is at evaluating talent.
Yeah.
He's gone out and got guys from D2, from junior college, and he saw it in his eye. If I give him a year, if I give him this, we're going to turn him into something. Because I think even Brett brought it up, I believe it was yesterday or maybe the day before on one of their shows, was that look at a picture of Broom when he first come in and look what he looks like now.
Oh, yeah.
It's a totally different guy.
Oh, no, development is the key, but, maturity and experience and letting these guys, and used to, you'd bring a guy in, even Michael Jordan played 3 years.
Sure.
At North Carolina. Shaquille O'Neal played 3 years at LSU. I mean, big stars. I mean, it was unheard of. I mean, it
well,
was.
And you
like
could
to play actually what you came in were recruited to play.
I think you could see some of that now, like you're talking about with the portal. Not with the portal, but with the money being involved in NIL. That a kid, if like a flag, if he's about to get offered $4 million to stay at Duke, he's not going to get that in a rookie contract in the NBA.
Right.
So you've got temptations now for kids to stick around.
And maybe we could, and even if we don't see them at one school, we'll see guys bouncing around from school to school. But it will be in college basketball.
That's what I hate
in the NBA.
Even more as a purist of this game is to see somebody that loved the school. The love of the school's not there anymore. I mean, I say that Auburn's bunch, these kids seem like they really love Auburn. They're all a big brotherhood together. They love Bruce, and they're having a big time doing it.
Yeah, you got a Dylan Cardwell out there, and probably on. I don't know if you got one on every team, but. Those are the kind of guys that you can build something around.
Unselfish.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that love the school and the school loves them.
Right. Leadership.
All right, we are just getting started here on this edition of the Auburn Blitz. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
Presley Appliance and Furniture, located on Cherokee Road in Alexander City, is locally owned and operated with over 35 years of experience in the appliance and furniture business. Specializing in Amana, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, and Ashley Furniture, Presley Appliance services what they sell and will make sure you receive top-notch customer service. Call them today at 256-329-9762 or drop by to see them on Cherokee Road in Alexander City. Presley Appliance and Furniture, where they service what they sell.
This is Kathy Holmes with Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Jeff Verner and I opened in East Montgomery 25 years ago and have become the premier butcher shop, wine retailer, and caterer in the River region. We are excited to invite you to our newest location at 2459 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Opelika. We want to become your one-stop shop for the freshest cuts of meat in town, grab-and-go casseroles, gift items, and the best wine selection in the area. Think of us when catering your next event. Check us out online at steaksandwine.com for daily lunch specials and details on upcoming wine tastings and fun events.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes that are installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind? Welcome to Bunkers. Our friendly staff and vibrant atmosphere make Bunkers the ultimate hangout space for all ages. With 6 state-of-the-art golf simulator stations, you can play around with friends no matter the weather. Enjoy mouth-watering food and a wide variety of handcrafted mixed drinks. With our attached parking deck, access is always hassle-free. Make your next night out unforgettable. at Bunkers.
Discover great deals on Kawasaki motorcycles, watercraft, side-by-sides, and more. Save big on championship-proving KX motorcycles. Get a great deal on iconic Kawasaki jet ski personal watercraft, or take advantage of big adventure for less with savings on our rugged Terex side-by-sides. There's no better time to save on our exciting lineup of Kawasaki vehicles. Visit Adams Motorsports on the Boulevard today, or see all the Kawasaki products at adamsmotorsports.com, where your pleasure is our business.
Here we go again, hammering down high prices at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. New GMC Sierra 4x4 crew cabs discounted up to $14,000 off. GMC Terrain with a roomy cabin and pro safety discounted up to $7,500 off. Enjoy the new year with no payments until summertime. Choose from over 500 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way. GlennSmith.com. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Jim here with you. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. We are brought to you each and every day by J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation. No job's too big, no job's too small, commercial or residential. Give them a call today for all your needs. Russell Do-It Center, 9 locations around central Alabama for all your building supply, home decor tools, whatever it might be. Go and check them out today. And Sensagreen for heating, cooling, and insulation air that's fresh and clean, air that's cool and clean. Call Sensagreen. We were talking about the Auburn-Kentucky game, what happened this past weekend. Talking about just the totality of this past weekend. You add in the softball, you add in the baseball. The baseball beating Oregon State, number 8 team in the country, sweeping that tournament out in Arlington, Texas. Mm-hmm. They're 11-1. The softball team is opening 19-1, I think. They sweep that Jane B. Moore tournament in Auburn. It was just again, it doesn't get a lot better than what happened this past weekend. So tremendous weekend. Now, the game itself against Kentucky, when Miles Kelly banks in back-to-back threes, you probably knew it was our day.
And that was from both sides of the floor. He didn't do it from the same spot.
Truly. But, yeah, and you and Brett talked about this yesterday, but, I mean, I don't know how many teams can, have their, clearly best player, not go for basically do nothing, to give you really no input as far as scoring is concerned, and still be up by, 14, at the half, or 12 or 14 or whatever.
Yeah, I want to say he hadn't made a shot at half.
No, he didn't. I don't think he had scored.
Yeah.
Or maybe he had one free throw.
Okay.
I think maybe. I mean, it was very, very little. Ain't Denver Jones your best defender? Your point guard goes out. You just plug the freshman in and
put another one in, keep going.
Yeah. So that's the things that we all see, but it is pretty. I mean, it's unique what this team is doing. There's no question. Ty says the new ruling about the junior college. Do y'all think that Chad Baker and Denver Jones will come back? And I won't be surprised that Howard will enter the portal. I mean, I don't think any of us will be surprised if Ja'Kai Howard enters the transfer portal. I hope he doesn't. I think he can be developed here at Auburn, and I think that that would be what would be best for him. But I mean, he's going to do what he's going to do.
Right.
He's got to do what he thinks best for him. And if he thinks leaving is best for him, then okay. It worked out well for, kid at Alabama. So.
Well, it's somewhat working out. He's having a better performances than he did at Auburn, and maybe that, like we've talked about before, the change of venue there of getting a fresh start and different offense that fits him better.
I think it fits him better.
Howard he's definitely a kid that's used to playing AAA ball and being the center of attention. Maybe he goes to a Mississippi State or somewhere else, and he's the guy. Yeah. Here, he's 8-9 deep.
Well, he's going to have a much bigger – obviously he can see that he's going to have a much better opportunity next year.
Oh, yeah.
With that roster. So it's just a matter of whether, he wants to be at Auburn. I think Auburn has given him every opportunity to succeed.
Yes.
We will see what happens with that. As far as the junior, I kind of – certainly we all hope that Chad Baker-Mazara and Denver Jones will be back, and Chaney Johnson, for that matter, as well. So.
It's the same topic that we were covering in that first segment there is, think about all three of those guys you just named off. What are their possibilities of going to the NBA? And if it was, what kind of money's there? They could stay here and make more money NIL-wise. Chad Baker could.
Yeah.
Chaney definitely could. Any of those guys could stay right at home, get them another year of education, and better their draft stock by playing another year.
No doubt. Look, thinking about some of these teams too, and the way they're constructed, especially this team at Auburn this year, it seems like the best teams that Auburn has had a lot of times are the ones where you just have, and I can even go back to, those early 90s Duke teams where you have a collection of just a team full of really good college basketball players. Not a lot of great NBA players.
Right.
Not a lot of players that are going to go on and be great professionals, but just a team full of guys that they're just really good college players.
Right.
And that's what Auburn's got right now. Because Janai Broome, yeah, he may have, but is he going to be a superstar in the NBA? I don't think so. Anybody on this team going to be a superstar in the NBA? I don't think so.
Well, possible. Pettiford could make a jump.
He may be, but it's just they're a bunch of guys that really can succeed in college and they'd be superstars here, and that's a recipe for success.
Right.
And we're seeing it right now for sure. All right, don't go anywhere. We are up against another break, but we'll be back with more right after these messages.
For air that's cool and clean, call Senza Green. For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Senza Green.
Turn to the experts at Senza Green and find out how to get up to $1,000 in Carrier Cool Cash rebates. Visit sensagreen.com today to be worry-free when it comes to your home comfort and indoor air quality.
For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Senza Green.
This is Kathy Holmes with Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Jeff Verner and I opened in East Montgomery 25 years ago and have become the premier butcher shop, wine retailer, and caterer in the River region. We are excited to invite you to our newest location at 2459 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Opelika. We want to become your one-stop shop for the freshest cuts of meat in town, grab-and-go casseroles, gift items, and the best wine selection in the area. Think of us when catering your next event. Check us out online at steaksandwine.com for daily lunch specials and details on upcoming wine tastings and fun events.
Presley Appliance and Furniture, located on Cherokee Road in Alexander City, is locally owned and operated with over 35 years of experience in the appliance and furniture business. Specializing in Amana, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, and Ashley Furniture, Presley Appliance services what they sell and will make sure you receive top-notch customer service. Call them today at 256-329-9762 or drop by to see them on Cherokee Road in Alexander City. Presley Appliance and Furniture, where they service what they sell.
Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply is your headquarters for all the brands contractors know best. We are your local home improvement store with 9 convenient locations throughout Central Alabama. We have a huge selection of Weber and Traeger, Pelican coolers, Milwaukee and DeWalt tools, and other top brands. No matter the project, we have you covered with our high-quality lumber and building supplies. From do-it-yourselfers to seasoned pros, Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply has what you need to get the job done.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes. They're installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
Passion, the obsession that burns within. Determination, the burning desire to make it. Drive, the motivation to be the absolute best. Skills, the tools to perform at the highest level. Excellence, the feeling of achievement. At Central Alabama Community College, you can release your passion, show your determination, display your drive, and showcase your skills to achieve excellence. Central Alabama Community College, central to you, central to your success.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind? Welcome to Bunkers. Our friendly staff and vibrant atmosphere make Bunkers the ultimate hangout space for all ages. With 6 state-of-the-art golf simulator stations, you can play around with friends no matter the weather. Enjoy mouth-watering food and a wide variety of handcrafted mixed drinks. With our attached parking deck, access is always hassle-free. Make your next night out unforgettable at Bunkers.
J.A. Smith Construction, licensed general contractor and your trusted choice for land clearing and grading, site work, underground utilities, concrete paving, and material hauling. They also do storm drain installations, fish ponds, and slough dredging. Call Alexander at 256-896-1400 or email asmith@jasmithconstruct.com. No job is too big or too small for J.A. Smith Construction, the top choice for all of your land service needs.
Chick-fil-A is always the best option when you're on the go, but they are also great when it comes to planning your next event, from tailgating to birthday parties to weddings. Call Chick-fil-A Alexander City at 256-289-7955 for catering or order on the Chick-fil-A app. Make sure to choose the Alexander City location and have your catering order ready to go. Nugget trays, mac and cheese trays, fruit trays, cookie trays, gallons of our famous lemonade or tea, and chilled grilled chicken sub sandwiches, and a lot more options. Make it Chick-fil-A Alexander City for your next event.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Jim here with you, trolling along here. Only about 30 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. Excuse me. John says, Tahad looks like he's 15, but he's an absolute ice-cold killer on the court. He plays hard and is a team guy. Yeah, I thought you saw or you heard Bruce's comments after the game against Kentucky, and he was just lauding Todd about his attitude and how he comes in, and he's kind of unflappable. A lot of that, I think, comes from where he's from, that New Jersey mentality. And, the way that he has, and we were talking about before the show, you were talking about Cooper Flagg and, his route to where he got to Duke. Completely different from where Tahad in his route in the AAU circuit and how he has gone to the, purposely gone to the most difficult places to play to prepare himself. Two guys, it's worked out both ways for both guys, but they've done it in two completely different ways. And, that's fine. That's great. But you could see Pettiford's just the work and the work ethic that he has put in from the time that, no doubt, the time that he was probably 8 years old. So, and it is easy to see he is unflappable.
Well, and that's a product of what you just said. If you're going to go play the toughest competition, when you get in these tough moments on the road in the SEC, you've been there and felt that. So it's not, you don't freeze under what I used to call it the Friday night lights when I coached high school football. You got kids that would get out there, freshmen, and they'd stand around and go, gosh, man, these lights, and they're everywhere. They hear the people, they hear the sounds. When you start getting in that junior and senior year, you don't even hear the crowd. You just playing ball.
Yeah, that's for sure. Excuse me. Auburn and Texas A&M tonight in College Station, number 1 versus number 22. This one at 8 o'clock on the ESPN. A little bit later tonight. Mm-hmm. Look, I talked about this Auburn team. It's going to be interesting to see how they handle already having the trophy in the case.
I think if you listen to Bruce and the way that he's, talking in his press conferences as well as some of the team, they're still trying to approach it as they got business to handle. They think they got a historic season going. They want to finish that historic season and not just pull the gas up here at the end and go, okay, we've already won the league, so let's just let A&M and Alabama win. They want to finish it out the right way.
It's easy to say that, but it's also, like I said, there's something about the mentality of it when you've already won that. You've already won the conference, and this is not going to be an easy game. Texas A&M is a good team, and they play a lot like Auburn in that they rely on their defense, and it's going to be a very physical, very tough. And they like to. Buzz Williams, man, those teams, they like to make it an ugly game.
Oh, yeah.
And if you allow them to play that game and you get in that kind of game with them at their place, it's you could get into a mess. So we'll see how Auburn approaches it. We'll see how they handle the game. The Auburn could. Let's be perfectly honest. This has been a remarkable season. They have won this conference, but they could lose these two games.
Oh, yeah.
They could lose against Texas A&M. They could lose against Alabama.
Well, I was just sitting here looking through their A&M schedule while you were talking about them trying to do ugly games. And, it's dead on as to they beat early in the season number 20 Creighton, only scored 76. They beat number 11 Purdue, only scored 70. They beat Ohio State, only scored 79. They beat Kentucky, only scored 80. Like they're literally their ceiling looks like they're in that 75-ish range on offense and defense the same way, because when they've lost to Oregon, they only scored 70. When they lost to Kentucky, they lost 69. When they lost to Ranked Mississippi State 54. Tennessee, they only got 69 and lost. 64 and they lost to Vanderbilt. 69 and lost to Florida. So that's you're dead on with the ugly. Like they want this game to be pushed down into that 60s and 70s.
They only average 74 points a game.
Yeah,
but they only average giving up 67 points a game.
Yeah.
Which is where Auburn averages 85 points a game, but they only average giving up 68 points a game. So they both are kind of locked down defensive type teams, but it's just that Auburn does a little bit better job of scoring. They all crash the boards. They average nearly 41 boards a game, so that's one of the things that Auburn really going to have to deal with. They rebound as a team. Everybody on the team, all guys on the floor, crash the boards. Auburn's got to be really aware of that and do a good job of that tonight.
Yeah, looks like a magic number is about 75. If Auburn gets above 75, they should get them.
I would think so.
Yeah, and caveat of playing our normal defense. If we don't show up and play defense, then yes, you can lose with 75.
Sure. Up against another break here, but love to hear from you. 256-234-6221. We'll be back with more right after this.
This is Joseph Dean with Frederick Dean Funeral Home and Crematory. I am pleased to announce that Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation is now open to serve the public at our location on the corner of 49 North and 280 West in Dadeville. Please stop by and see lifelong resident of Dadeville, Molly Kaler, who will be running the office and meeting with families who want to plan ahead and pre-need their services. We are also available by phone, 256-750-0381, or online at lakemartinfuneralhome.com.
Bugs Island is your boating headquarters. Are you ready to hit the water and go boating this summer? Bugs Island has all kinds of boats, with one sure to fit exactly what you want. Fishing boats, sport boats, pontoon boats, and all with low monthly payments. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Bugs Island Service Department experts are also here for you to keep your boat in top running condition. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Don't be left standing on the bank this summer. Visit online at bugsisland.com and don't buy a boat till you get a Bucks quote.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
What's the verdict?
Can't fix your heat pump. Need a new one.
Uh-oh. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Daikin.
Call on Kevin Kill and Sunshine Heating and Air at 256-825-4849, Central Alabama's premier Daikin dealer.
So what's he thinking?
Oh, he's thinking Daikin.
Daikin, one of the top selling in the world.
Now I'm thinking Daikin.
Daikin. Comfort for life. EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
Are you ready to showcase your skills and compete with the best in Alabama? The 42nd Alabama State Games are coming to Birmingham and Jefferson County from June 13th through the 15th, and it's your chance to be part of something incredible. Athletes from across the state will compete in sports ranging from archery to wrestling. Those participating in the opening ceremony are eligible for academic scholarships ranging from $500 to $5,000. Mark your calendar. Registration opens March 1st. Visit allagames.com.
When you want quality, selection, price, superior financing, and a pain-free buying experience, look no further than Sons Automotive Group of Montgomery and Auburn. Sons of Montgomery offers the best selection of Kias, Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Ram trucks. Conveniently located on Eastern Boulevard, Sons Ford of Auburn is the region's Ford volume dealer. And when you shop at any Sons location, they will maximize all incentives and financing options for anyone's credit. Whether Kia, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram in Montgomery, or Ford in Auburn, Sons Automotive treats you like family because they are family driven.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Jim here with you. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. I always like to remind you about Pepper Tree Steaks and Wines. Great place to get some tremendous food in Auburn or Montgomery. Go and check them out today. They got daily lunch specials. Go and check out their website, steaksandwines.com. Just the letter N, steaksandwine.com. Got tremendous specials going on. Again, the great people, great food. You will definitely be glad that you went for them, get some lunch for them today. Talking about this Texas A&M game tonight, again, Jim, one thing about this Texas A&M team, also very deep. Mm-hmm. They run a lot of guys out there. They are led by Wade Taylor and Zurich Phelps. Those two guys, two guards, again, a graduate guy and a senior, very experienced, very senior-laden type team. They're not going to beat themselves. They're going to make you beat them. And again, they want to make this a very physical, very low-scoring game if they can. They're going to lock you down defensively, and it should be it's going to be a challenge for Auburn to go into Texas A&M to win tonight. You would expect Auburn to be able to handle it like they've handled everything else, handle their business like they have every other game this year. We'll see what happens. So, you mentioned there was a question. Mike wanted to know, or Ty wanted to know how many commits we have.
Yep, 2025 commits.
Three.
And then the other one we were discussing was the Bashir.
Yeah, Bashir is
and
committed.
Possibly his brother as well. They're talking
Right.
to both. Yeah, but you're saying Bashir is a hard commit. Yeah.
As far as, he announced his commitment. Auburn's going to have to go out and get a couple of big guys as well.
Yeah.
Because you're obviously going to lose Dylan Cardwell and Janai Broom.
Right. So if you feel
That's a huge loss.
if you feel like you brought back Chaney, you brought back Chad Baker.
And Denver Jones.
And you bring back Denver, so that's 3 right there. You bring back Pettiford and Howard as 5. You bringing in 3
So
that you
that's
said.
8.
Yeah, there's 8 there.
So that with the 3 that you bring, the 3 freshmen, and then you add in Bashir.
There's
that'd be
9. Yeah.
If you add in his brother, that'd be 10.
Yeah. So really, it's down to what you said.
Running out of
you
scholarships.
got to spend your time just to go get big guys. Is all. The rest of it would be filled up.
You'd have to go out and get at least 2 big guys.
Yeah.
So that would be 12. You only get, 13?
Yeah, I would think
so.
I think that 12 would fill their roster.
That's a lot of work, man.
That is. Well, I mean, now just imagine
talk about rebuilding.
Imagine doing that on the football side, because you're talking about 90 to 100 kids, and every year having to re-recruit them and say, yeah, come back another year.
Yeah. It's not for the faint of heart, that's for sure.
Well, there's certain people out there, that really love their job and love what they do, and there's people that love scouring the internet for a player that they may be available or may not, that they go out there and talk to. And, that's why we hire guys like we do to go out there and be a GM and run the program, to help get them in there. And
look, I don't recall, I mean, again, I was out last week, obviously, but, clearly, we hadn't talked about it a whole lot, but we're thinking about Coach Freeze, and certainly that is obviously a big deal.
Oh, sure. Anytime cancer's involved, it's a big deal.
He has been.
Now, they've overwhelmingly said that if you do what we say to do, sure.
His job can be.
Right.
That can add to.
Sure.
His job can be.
Right.
That can add to.
Sure.
The symptoms, and they can add.
Sure.
The symptoms, and they can add to the spread of it and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, no, I'm 100% to sympathize with the family and everybody around, and hopefully he's got a great support staff that'll keep him on it every day of a diet and make sure he's doing right to feed his body. And
yeah, I'm sure he's got world class, medical.
Oh, sure.
Attention,
I mean, if
doctors and things. So we all expect him to be 100%. We all expect him to be there on the sideline this coming years. But certainly our prayers and thoughts are with him, though, as he has gotten that diagnosis here a couple of weeks ago. So just thought I'd throw that out there. Don't know if we've mentioned that a whole lot, but definitely thinking about him. All right, we got to go take our final break. One final segment. My goodness, where'd the show go?
Flying.
Yeah, I'm telling you. We'll be back with more right after these messages.
J.A. Smith Construction, licensed general contractor and your trusted choice for land clearing and grading, site work, underground utilities, concrete paving, and material hauling. They also do storm drain installations, fish ponds, and slough dredging. Call Alexander at 256-896-1400 or email asmith@jasmithconstruct.com. No job is too big or too small for J.A. Smith Construction, the top choice for all of your land service needs.
For air that's cool and clean, call Sensi Green. For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Sensi Green.
Turn to the experts at Sensigreen and find out how to get up to $1,000 in carrier cool cash rebates. Visit Sensigreen.com today to be worry-free when it comes to your home comfort and indoor air quality.
For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Sensi Green.
Sign Source is your local vendor for commercial and residential sign manufacturing and installation. We offer all kinds of lighted and non-lighted signage, from retail signs, LED message centers, event banners, vehicle wraps, the whole spectrum. We also offer service and repair on existing signs, as well as retrofitting to LED or installation of outsourced signage. We have the knowledge necessary to fulfill all of your signage needs in the short or long term. Visit signsourcenow.com to get started.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama. Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
Passion, the obsession that burns within. Determination, the burning desire to make it. Drive, the motivation to be the absolute best. Skills, the tools to perform at the highest level. Excellence, the feeling of achievement. At Central Alabama Community College, you can release your passion, show your determination, display your drive, and showcase your skills to achieve excellence. Central Alabama Community College, central to you, central to your success.
Broom's got great poise and great kind of patience. It's one of those players that on film you might even kind of misguided. It's like, man, is he playing hard? Does he take plays off? And I don't think, I'm sure he does that from coach's perspective, but he plays with a poise and kind of a pace, kind of a pro pace. That makes sense because he's a pro. I think he makes timely plays too in big moments. It's Broom's got great poise and great kind of patience. It's one of those players that on film you might even kind of misguided. It's
Welcome back, everyone, to the final segment of the Auburn Blitz on this Tuesday afternoon. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. Yeah, absolutely. A shout out to the equestrian team as well, as they became the #1 team in the country. They've dominated that sport for a while now. Their season kind of coming to a end here in March, and I think the national championship is in April, you said, but
yeah, March 28th is the SEC championship.
What was that stat you said for this senior class?
Senior class is 26-1 as coming through for their 4 years at Auburn. 26-1.
Wow. Okay, so again, #1, a lot of sports right now doing really well on the campus of Auburn University. If we can get the football team to get along with the program.
Wouldn't we like to sit there and say the group of seniors for football one year went only had one loss in their career at Auburn?
That'd be nice.
That'd be nice.
Mortgage Pro Hotline, welcome in Charles. Charles, how you doing today?
Hey, how y'all doing?
All right.
I was going to say Duke has 2 losses by ranked teams back in November. That was Kentucky and Kansas.
Okay.
They have 2 wins by ranked teams. That was Auburn and Arizona. And they have 1 loss to a Clemson team that wasn't ranked, and every other team that has played has not been ranked.
Right.
So they only have 2 wins. 2 wins of top 25 teams. Kentucky was 19 when they beat them, and Kansas was #1.
Yeah, it's not even comparable, really. I mean, you look at Auburn; they've got 16 quad 1 wins, which of course, that what all that goes into. The next closest, I think, is 10: Michigan State, Alabama, and Tennessee. And after that, it's like I think Michigan and Oregon, I think, have 8. Duke's not even on the map.
Yeah, you can say there's only one real blue blood, and that's the Auburn Tigers.
There you go.
Y'all have a good one.
Appreciate it, Charles. Thank you.
Yeah, in that I was looking it up while he was doing it. In that Duke-Auburn game that we lost by 6, Flag went for 21, Broom went for 20. So if you're a national guy looking at head-to-head, they're within a point of each other.
Yeah. Look, and again, I look at it, and you say, who has the better, more potential for the NBA? I don't think there's any doubt that it's Cooper Flag.
Right.
And I think he'll go on and have a tremendous career in the NBA. That's fine. That's wonderful. But we're not talking about the NBA. When you're talking about this season, now we've seen that if you take Janai Broom off this Auburn team, it can still win.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll still win games. But I don't, if you take him off of a singular game, yes, that can happen. But as far as the season is concerned, I think he makes, he's the leading scorer of the number 1 team in the country. He's the premier player on the number 1 team in the country. That we're talking about the player of the year. Is this the MVP? Is this or is this just the best player? I don't know. I don't know how you. I guess it depends on how you judge it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're the referring to it of the National Player of the Year. So to me, in just my heart of looking at it is, if I'm nationally looked at as the best guy out there on the floor and it means that much to my team, I'm looking at it, yeah, there may be another guy that's playing on Tennessee or Alabama or somewhere else may be the better NBA prospect. But when you get to a national, took his team on his back and got the job done when he needed to, I don't think there's any discussion.
And I think the fact that Auburn is number 1 and has been number 1 for 8 weeks now and is doing the things that they're doing, I think that has to add into it and be a part of it. So, I mean, certainly my vote would be with Janai. And I think he's got a tremendous chance to win it. I think it's between him and Flag, and we'll see how the voters go. But, look, you can't deny what he has done, what Auburn has done, and what he has meant to this program this season and last year as well. But just closing things out, Jim, happy birthday today. Newt Rockney, born on this day.
My goodness, that's way back.
1888.
Yeah,
going back a ways. Peter Jacobson, he was, of course, golfer. How about Catherine O'Hara, the mother from Home Alone?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Patricia Heaton from Everybody Loves Raymond.
Mm-hmm.
You like that show?
It's all right.
Yeah. How about Kevin Johnson?
Kevin
Johnson.
I guess I know Kevin.
Point guard he played for the Suns for many years. Very good.
Okay.
Went on to become, I think, the mayor of somewhere in Arizona or California. I forget.
Okay.
I think it was Arizona. But yeah, Kevin Johnson, very good. Robert Smith, running back. With the Vikings.
Yeah.
Went on college basketball. He just kind of disappeared. He was on game day for many years. But Landon Donovan, soccer player, and Draymond Green, all born on this day.
That's right.
March the 4th.
Draymond's a little vocal.
Yeah, he is. Gonna wrap it up for us. Thank you so much for being with us. He's Jim. I'm Andy. So long for now. We'll talk again soon.